The White House unveils a $4.8 trillion budget proposal for 2021. The proposal includes $590 billion in non-defense spending and $740.5 billion in defense spending. Now, it also lays out a plan to eliminate the federal budget deficit over the next 15 years. The White House wants to cut funding next year at the Commerce Department, the EPA, HHS, the Education Department, the USDA, the State Department, and the Labor Department. Now, this proposal also includes several ways to reduce the costs of Medicaid and Medicare, including work requirements. The White House left a blank for a prescription drug pricing plan, signaling an openness to work with Congress. One America's Rion breaks it down from the White House.
It's Budget Day in America, a traditionally boisterous day in political spheres where the president's administration proposes his ideas for where your tax dollars will be spent in the upcoming year. This time around, President Trump's 2021 budget boasts more spending cuts than any budget ever submitted in American history, slashing and cutting funding for such projects as Muppet shows in New Zealand, Space Camp for foreign students, and outdated EPA programs, all while increasing defense spending and updating the U.S.'s nuclear arsenal. One American News caught up with former Navy SEAL John McGuire, member of the Virginia House and a Republican candidate for U.S. Congress. McGuire says, from the perspective of a small business owner, he is excited by the Trump budget's broad sweeping cuts.
We are spending more than we're making, and we have to think about our future. I think the government should protect us, so certainly supporting our military should be a priority, but we have a lot of things that are ridiculous. For example, we're paying for a poetry festival in Finland. It's ridiculous. We're paying for a cricket team in Afghanistan. And of course, NPR seems to nothing but bash conservatives, and we're paying for it with taxpayer dollars. It's outrageous, so it's about time.
All in, the federal government will spend $4.8 trillion this year, but the cuts proposed to slash $4.6 trillion over the next 10 years, with the aim of balancing the budget in 15 and tackling our national debt. McGuire puts it in perspective.
If you spent $5 million every day since Jesus Christ was born, it would be way less than our national debt. Our national debt is about $23 trillion. If it was $1 trillion, it would be outrageous.
Though the budget slashes nearly every category of spending, military spending and the border wall get an uptick, while agencies like the Environmental Protection Agency will see a budget cut by 26%, and foreign aid will see a 21% cut, with additional cuts to NPR, various outdated arts programs, and HUD. In a background meeting, the administration briefed One American News on the reasoning for these cuts, citing the need to fundamentally reform the way we approach our budget. The core approach, said the administration, was to tackle the trillion-dollar budget next year and not ignore it. McGuire says it's for this kind of bold leadership that has inspired him to run for U.S. Congress as an America First, pro-Trump candidate.
And what I learned as a 21-year business owner is if the government was a business, they would be out of business. If you have $20, you can't spend $40, and it's just a lot of fiscal irresponsibility going on. And I got to tell you, I'm super proud that someone's actually standing up and making the tough decisions to get that straight.
Contrary to Democrat panic messaging, Medicaid and Medicare will remain uncut. The Democrats have responded, however, in outrage, claiming that cuts to such non-defense aid as cricket leagues in Afghanistan pose a reckless national security threat to all Americans. Rion, One American News, the White House.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.